All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the magnificent Monday hangout with the UOP, representing DS Domination. My name is Jason Scott, and I will be your co-host tonight. And we just want to talk a little bit about DS Domination and how it's been affecting our lives and the things that we've been doing. We have a lot of phenomenal members on the panel tonight that are going to share their stories and their successes with you, and we're just going to get right to it. And we have on the panel Bruce. How you doing, sir? You want to unmute?
Hi, Jay. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Bruce?
Certainly. I started with DSD about 7 weeks ago, something like that. Prior to that, I won't go too far into my life, but I have a background. I was in the military for 6 years in the Army, and great experience there. I specialize in working with veterans and their benefits, and I also own another business. And that business I started from scratch. I actually sell wild game jerky and meat snacks, about 30 different flavors of exotic meats. And that business I started by going door to door, went to a lot of convenience stores, bars, restaurants, whatever. I drive about 150 to 300 miles a day, and go out there and distribute. I call it slinging jerky. That business started out with about $1,000 and an old van, about 200,000 miles on an old van when I started, and since traded that off a long time ago. But that business is projected to do about $250,000 this year just in jerky. Now the reason I started in DSD is because if anybody's on the line that is a business owner, a lot of times the business runs you instead of you running it. And so I started in this business basically to buy my time back, to have time freedom as well as be able to keep that other business and the other income.
All right. Hey, Bruce, real quick, we lost your camera feed. I just wanted to let you know your camera went out.
Okay.
I
Um,
still see him, Jay.
oh, you still see him? Okay, that's cool. Never mind. So, question: you've been in DSD for about, you say, 7 weeks now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, how are you liking the program and the training, and can you share with us like some of the things that's been going on as far as how it's been working for you, any of your successes? Can you share that with us tonight?
Absolutely. As far as well, I started out with a simple $20 bill, 1995, and it was a great investment. The first weekend that I actually basically got online, I had an eBay and a PayPal account, and an Amazon account, but I really hadn't used them. They were just kind of empty shells. The first weekend that I was in the DSD business, with just kind of playing around, learning, I made about $400 in sales that first weekend, and it was actually shocking to me that it was as easy as what it was after I went through the modules and the training and stuff. It's very simple, straightforward, and Roger's set up a tremendous system, as well as the Reginald and the Unit of Prosperity is an awesome training system as well.
Nice, nice. So 7 weeks in, you've had the sales, the successes there are starting to turn over, and you say you're also a business owner and you're trying to leverage the time. So do you feel that things are on the uprise as far as you getting your time back as a business owner? Because I'm a business owner as well, so I do understand that plight, as far as time. So are you feeling like you're on that path to getting your time back?
Well, I'm definitely on that path, and I'm already strategizing and planning on shifting a lot of my routes over to some other subcontractors that work with me. And just one other thing I'll mention, I've been around the network marketing business since 1989, and I've seen a lot of training programs. I've done more businesses than I want to admit, But this business is by far, the simplest. It's not always easy, but it's simple. If you uh, actually follow the program and the training, you definitely can make dollars. It can be very, very productive and profitable in a very short period of time.
That's great. Well, Bruce, I really appreciate you taking the time to come out and join us tonight and share your story and some of your successes. And I wish you, many, many more successes and some free time to be able to do whatever you want in the future. So,
Thanks, Jerry.
thank you. All right. So, for those of you that's listening, this is something that anyone can do. This is a business owner, and he's wearing a lot of shoes in his business, running a business and doing the day to day and things like that. And he found time to come in and try this program, and now he's getting the successes. And like he said, it takes a $20 bill to get started, and it it works, people. It's very simple. It just works. You get down, you do what the training says, and you will see results. There are some links below. There's a link to get more information, and there's also a link that if you're convicted right now and you want to go ahead and take the plunge and pull out that $20, hey, click the link to join up right now. Join our team. We have a phenomenal team. We have a Facebook group with are we at 9,000 yet? About 9,000 people in the group, and I mean it's just growing, and it's a phenomenal support group. So check us out. Moving on. Hey Dante, how you doing, sir?
Awesome, great, fantastic.
All right.
Tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a military man. Same thing as Bruce. I was in the Navy. I did my time and I got out. At that point, I was looking for a job. And I worked at a collection agency. You know, collection agencies don't pay that much. It was like $10.50 an hour. So yeah, I stayed there for 3 months and left. At that point, funds was low for me. I ended up working a door-to-door job. Go figure. Never thought I would do a door-to-door job, but I tried it. I also met a lot of people, a lot of great mentors that are millionaires, so I stuck with it, and I ended up actually running door-to-door teams just like I do now with a particular Fortune 500 company. Um, and that was pretty much it at that point. One of my friends, my military friends, actually told me about online marketing, things like that. He gave me a link, then watched the video the first time, and then I decided to try it out. So here I am a year and a month in of doing online marketing, and this is by far one of the best programs I've been in. I was doing okay, $300, $400 here in each different programs. I was got like 5 or 6 programs at the same time. Don't know why, but and I saw a small success, but not the success that I'm seeing now. With the income that I'm making per week, so I'm making more in the week than I would make on like 6 programs that I was in for the whole year. So I'm doing all right.
Doing all right. All right. So you got in. When did you get into the DS Domination program?
I actually got in. I think that was the end of September.
The end of September.
Right.
And can you give us a little insight to some of the successes you've been having and some of the things that you've done while you've been in the program?
Okay. For me, it wasn't the road that everybody else took, where they got sales the first day, the first week. I actually was in another program, and one of my sponsors, Keisha Bass, gave me a link. Of course, that's one of my friends, so I just joined. I was like, yeah, I'll join, whatever. And then I got in. I actually made a sale like the 3rd week I was in, and it was like a it was $50 profit, and I sold the item over and over. But I was still focused on the other program where I was making $600 a month. And I was like, I'll stay here. I got a lot of people in. I'm doing good. And she's like, okay. And $20,000 later, I look up, I'm at like $800 in sales a month. That's what I'm getting a month with like 60 people in, and she's making 20,000. So at that point, I dropped. When I moved, I was in Chicago. I moved down to New Orleans, and in that small little move, my team left me. Like the whole team, like almost the whole team left. It was like I didn't have enough people to sustain it. I was like, oh my goodness. So I just left the company, all the other companies along with that. I started to get laser focused myself on DS Domination. Soon as I got laser focused, I left all the programs and actually focused on DS Domination. My income went from 100 to 300 to this is a week, 100 a week to 300 a week to 600 a week, and now I'm at 2,000 a week.
Nice.
Right.
And that's
This is a matter of 2 months of being focused.
focus. And you're talking the affiliate side.
No, not the affiliate side whatsoever.
This
I'm,
is
I'm
all sales from
yeah, this
eBay.
is all me. It's not the affiliate side or anything like that. I'm getting focused on the affiliate side now, but within this time right here, it wasn't affiliate side. I pretty much when I took a plunge because it hurt me that my team left, so I decided to become a student of the UOP, the University of Prosperity.
All right. So you took it.
um,
You basically
so
took a
in doing
$20 program.
my income dramatically flew right.
So with a $20
Right,
program,
1999, 95. That's right.
1995, you grew that to making $2,000 a week in a matter
Yes,
of a few months.
yes.
That is phenomenal. You doing better than me, man. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to,
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to send you a message on Facebook to see what you selling, bro. That's great. $2,000 a week, man. I mean, this program, I'm telling you, like, I can't say enough positive things about this program and the many people I've come across since I've been in. I mean, it's so many successes. I've never seen so many people having success. I mean, literally every person that I've introduced to this program that have actually did something with it have made money. And it's, I mean, literally, you put in work, it's almost impossible not to make money. You doing this program, and I love it. I love it phenomenally. So, man, I appreciate you coming on here tonight and sharing some of your great successes. And maybe your story is something that all of us can aspire to reach. I mean, doing $2,000 a week is that's phenomenal, man. That's great. And I applaud you for getting there and putting in that work and that effort to get there, because it takes an effort. It is a very simple program, but it takes work to get the results that you are seeing. And so I can appreciate that, man. So good luck to you in your future, man. And maybe you'll get that to, $10,000 a week, and you can slide me a couple $1,000s for putting it out in the air for you. And we can keep it moving. And if any of you watching, you're interested in making $2,000 a week with a small $20 investment, and I do have to put an income disclaimer out there that all results may vary. It's based on the amount of work and dedication that you put into the program, and everyone's not going to see the same results as him. As you hear, it took him 3 weeks to get to the point where he was making some sales, and everyone's not going to make that sale the first day, the second day, but when you're patient and you're diligent, you put in that work, the sales come and they multiply and they just keep folding over and over and over again. And the next thing you're taking trips to Cabo and doing crazy stuff like Josh, who's on the webinar with us. Josh is taking vacations every other week now, so it's a great thing. So I appreciate you coming on with us, Dante. So who else we have on the panel tonight? I'm going to pick on Jen. How you doing, Jennifer?
Great to see you, Jay. Thanks for having me tonight.
Thank you for joining me. So can you tell everyone in internet land a little bit about yourself?
Sure. It's great to be here. It's great to be sharing this with you tonight. I am a stay-at-home mom. My name is Jennifer Glidden, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. And when I started this program, I actually sat on it. I sat on the sidelines. I watched for a while. I kept seeing all the proof, all the testimonials, and finally I decided to jump in. So I jumped in. I had my first sale on eBay within 24 hours, and that told me that this was the real deal. I mean, I didn't have huge expectations for a program that only cost $19.95 to get into. But when I saw what happened there, just from my first day of putting the system to the test, which I recommend that if you're watching this, that you put this system to the test, that just broke open my ideas of what was possible. And so from there, I kind of took my foot off the brake and I just put my foot on the gas pedal. And I have been going hard ever since. It's been about 5 months that I've been in. And my first month, I made $1,000. Kept doubling. Last month I hit $10,000 in profit. And, you know, that's with me working at night after my son goes to sleep. So when I tell people that this is a part-time, you can do this program part-time, it's absolutely true. Now, I work the affiliate side of the business and also the eBay and Amazon side of the business. And I work the affiliate side of the business because this program works. The first week, you know, I got in, I didn't plan on sharing it. I planned on just keeping it to myself, making some money for my family. I didn't have any idea how powerful this system is. And so as soon as I started figuring it out, I saw all the success on the team. I started promoting it as an affiliate too. And it is so exciting because we have incredible people joining us here. I mean, people that I never would have met otherwise, but they are go-getters. And, you know, people who may have never made $1 online before, and they're having their first sales. Sometimes their first day, sometimes their first week, sometimes it takes a couple weeks. But you know what? That's better than any other business I've seen out there, especially in terms of, you know, you're not carrying inventory, you're not making trips to the post office, you're not having to have home parties, you don't even have to tell a single soul what you're doing, and you can make money online with this system. So it's really exciting to be here, to be a part of the unit of prosperity. I love this team, and honestly, I credit this team with a lot of my success. I mean, I really believe that being a part of this team, you know, working alongside you, Jay, and Josh, and Reginald, and Sean, and everyone on the team, we are so strong together. And, you know, if you're watching this and you're not in DS Domination yet, this is the team to join. And I think that once you get inside the Facebook group, you will completely understand. I mean, even watching in the chat right now as you're watching this video, I think you may get a sense of the family atmosphere that we have going on here. But it is so powerful because, you know, a lot of people, when you're looking at a business, you're looking at a business because there's something going on in your life. You know, maybe you're ready to fire your boss. Maybe you've just had enough of the bills or the debt collectors. I don't know what your situation is, but you're here for a reason, and you're watching this for a reason, and this is the solution. So, you know, we come together, we help each other get through the training, we encourage one another, we brainstorm because, you know, sometimes things come up, and so we help one another. And this is just, I am just so thankful for DS Domination and the Unit of Prosperity, and thank you for having me here, Jay.
Thank you for being on here for me. All right, folks, that's it. I mean, Jen said it all. We don't need to have any more. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much for for coming on here and sharing your experience. We've been working together in a group on a leadership team for a few months now, and it's been nothing but a pleasure working with you. And we've like the team that we have throughout this entire group. It's so many people. Like I could sit here and take an hour naming people that have had a positive effect on my life because of the things that we've done and accomplished in this program. So, I mean, just the being able to be around that type of positive, energy with all these people that are having successes, that are putting in that work and trying. And I mean, I love being around a team. Just like you said, that team aspect is there's no value on that. I pay $20 just to be on in a mastermind like this, just to be around the people. No program, no nothing. Because you could be successful just from pulling that positive energy and channeling it back out to whatever you do. So I appreciate you being on here, Jen.
Thanks, Jay.
Many more successes, with that 10K. She hit 5 figures, people, in a month. 5 figures. I mean, and you started this program 5 months ago, and now you're making 5 figures a month. I don't, there's not a job on the planet you can do that at, and it costs more than $20 to drive to work every day. I can tell you that.
That's exactly right. And, a college degree, I mean, there are plenty of people who pay tens of thousands of dollars for college degrees and never make that much money in a month.
Yeah.
So, it's just amazing. And one other thing I want to mention is, you kind of touched on it earlier, Jay. It's just so incredible because, here we are, and sure, I may make so much money in a month at this point in time, but guess what? Anyone in my team, anyone in our team, it doesn't matter what their experience level is, they can come in, start hitting it hard, and start creating an incredible income. Like it says, average people creating extraordinary incomes, and that is absolutely what's going on here. So.
Yes, it is. All right. Well, I thank you for being on here with us tonight, Jennifer. And if you guys have caught the bug and you heard the message and you heard what Jen said, there's a button below, right there. You want to join our team. This is not a, hey, pay for your product now or, buy now. It says join our team because it's a team that you're getting in with. It's not just the program and the training. There's a lot more to the UOP than just getting the DS Domination training, which is a phenomenal training, but you get an entire team. It's almost to the point where we've grown ourselves a small city. We have a small city right now. We have 9,000 people in the group. That's a small city. And you get the leverage of all the city council. You get everything. You get all the leadership. So you have everything at your disposal. We have training throughout the entire site, everything. There's nothing else that you can ask for when it comes to building a business online and doing something, even if you don't want to build a business online, just to make yourself a better person, because we have personal development stuff in there for our team members. We got everything, people, everything. And if we don't have it, we'll find it, So, I mean, just check it out. I mean, it's not a huge risk. I mean, I know some people have different varying situations in their life, but $20 is not a huge risk to changing your life. And I would highly recommend anyone that's on here and listening right now to give this a chance and give it a real chance and do what the training says and run through the videos, run through them twice and apply the knowledge that you gain from those videos, and you will see some success. It's really plain and simple. I can't tell you how much success you will see, but you will see success, and you will make that $20 back. It's not hard at all. So let's see who else we have on here tonight. Hey, how you doing, Robert? It's sunny where you at, man. It's dark over here.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
You on the West Coast?
I'm in Texas.
Texas? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. It's nice and dark outside in Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
All
Okay.
right, so can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Bruce?
Bruce or
I
Robert?
mean, Robert, I'm sorry. My apologies. Went off the
Okay.
screen. I saw somebody
Yeah.
else type something in the chat, and I spoke what I was reading.
All right. Yeah, I'm Robert Lee. I'm from Texas, Arlington, Texas. Cowboys Stadium, Rangers Stadium. I am a student at UTA, and I do this part time, so it's a good thing for part time. And I've been in it for months, and I've been slacking off because of school, but I started picking it up, and I'm getting sales every day now. So the program works, and just follow the training because I know it works. Because I kind of deterred from the training, and it didn't end well, but I recovered them back.
All right. So how long have you been in the program?
I've been with DSD since October of last year.
Okay. And so you say you kind of fell off, but then you got back on and you got
Yeah,
focused.
yeah, I'm starting to
And
focus because school is almost over and the DSD live events coming up, and I already bought my ticket and planning to see all you guys there.
nice, nice. I'll be there.
All right.
So how much success have you had with your $20 investment? You invested $20 into the program. Can you just you don't have to disclose your income or anything like that, but can you give us an idea of what kind of success you've had with your $20 investment into this program? Just to give the people who have no idea, they're out here watching, and it might be some skeptical people out there, but with that $20 investment, what did it do for you?
Well, I've been an eBay seller for some time, but my old account got closed, so I had to open a new one. And Reginald pointed me to DSD, and it's eBay, so eBay is easy to sell, easy to list everything, and there's always buyers, so I easily make my money back, no problem.
Sweet. Well, that's good, man. I mean, and being a student, how old are you?
I'm 25 and I'm working for my second degree.
Sweet. So we got a 25-year-old. He's in school. He's a student, and I mean he's leveraging this program to provide some easy income. I mean he was already selling on eBay, so he took it, and this goes to show you that you can apply this program. You don't have to be brand new. You can be a person that's selling on eBay already and still learn something from this program. So this program is great for you to be able to take the knowledge, leverage it, and then apply it to something that you already know, which is eBay, selling on eBay, and you leverage it to make even more money on eBay. Because I learned some things. I had sold on eBay a couple times. I'm not an experienced seller, but there were some things in that training that I didn't know, and it helps a lot when it comes to making those listings. So man, it's great that you came on here to hang out with us tonight, and I wish you more and more success. And just keep doing it, man. Keep plugging and keep pushing for and next thing you know, school's not going to matter anymore.
It's true.
Yeah. So thanks for coming out here and sharing your story with us tonight, Robert.
All right, I'll see you.
All right.
All right, Jay. I actually know Robert. Robert is kind of shy, as you can tell.
Yeah, I was trying to get him to come out his shell, man.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it if you don't make him. So, Robert, we actually worked together in the previous company, and I know you've been making some sales and stuff while you've been in school. Can you tell the people who are watching about that? I mean, what have your results been like since you've been in DS Domination?
It's been better than before. Like when I was previous selling, I make more with DSD. Their training works, and I just recently started selling on Amazon, and within like a couple of minutes of posting, I already got some sales. So the training works.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So, how are you balancing the two? I know we have another college student on here as well, but how are you balancing the two? With being able to go to school and also being able to build your business part time. I mean, how's that working for you?
I'm recently started scheduling my time because I'm pretty messy. So I'm making a set schedule for everything. Like this time do this something. This time do this, and it's been working better since I've been scheduling. Before it's just like I'll post a listing once in a while, and now that I schedule, I pretty much post every day until I run out of limit to my limit. So yeah.
Okay, cool. And you're making sales, correct? You haven't recruited anybody, but you're making sales just by being a customer of the products.
Yeah, I suck at recruiting, so I'm gonna work on that when I get to the events. And yeah, you just make sales. You don't have to no traffic, no recruiting, nothing like that. I'm not a pro like you, Reginald, but I'm getting there.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Well, we appreciate you jumping out, Robert. Appreciate you, bro. And I'm excited to see you making money again. I know we've been through, I think, one program. I was going to say a couple, but it's one other program, and I know you didn't really do anything in that as far because you had to recruit. But to actually see you here making money, it really excites me, and really is confirmation that the decision that I personally made about 9 months ago to join DS Domination was the right one because I wanted to see people like yourself and the others that are on the panel, and even the ones that are not here, to finally make money. Because if you all know anything about the home-based business industry, if you're looking at it, it becomes guilt money after a while if you have a conscience. Now, some people don't have a conscience, but fortunately, I do. I have a conscience, and it was getting to a point to where I was bringing people into programs, and I didn't know if they were going to make money, and I couldn't sleep at night because I felt like I was robbing people, even though that wasn't my intent. But it's not a good feeling knowing that you sign people up that have these different goals and aspirations about changing their family life. But the reality is, with the way that most of these programs are set up, most people are not going to make it. They're not going to make any money. They're not going to make it. Even if they try, they're not going to make it, okay? Because the way things are set up, it requires a whole lot of skills, so on and so forth. So when I actually joined DS Domination 8 months ago, I was actually tired of the home-based business industry as a whole, to be honest. As far as the recruiting element of it, I was only going to initially I was going to do something like CPA marketing or do some product or something. I don't know what I was going to do. But then a friend of mine told me about DS Domination and about eBay, and that was something I always wanted to do, but I've never was able to do it successfully without getting scammed, initially dealing with something else. I lost a whole lot of money or not selling anything. I failed at eBay prior to DS Domination. But when I got in DSD, my intentions were to only do eBay. Didn't have any intent on recruiting anybody. Tested out the product. I was only at the pro level my first week, and I made $1,100 over the weekend. It was a holiday. I can't remember which one it was, but I made $1,100 over the weekend in profit, and it completely blew my mind because I didn't know what I was doing, honestly, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I just kind of, took a couple minutes, picked something out, put it up, and hoped that it sold, and I sold a whole lot of it, and I was excited about it. And after that, after I saw how easy it was, I knew that it was something that I had to share with everybody I've done business with. I wasn't really thinking about the new people at this point. I was more concerned with the people I've worked with in the past because I knew a lot of them didn't make any money for whatever reason. So I was like, hey, this is easy, it's simple, you can do this, so on and so forth. So I started sharing the opportunity with other people. 8 months later, up to this point, not only are most of those people, or all of them are making money, all of them have made money. A lot of them are making, high five-figure checks per month, or five-figure checks monthly, let's just say that, or high four-figure checks monthly. And again, your results may vary. These are not typical. But also, those people, some of those people have quit their jobs and did all type of not crazy stuff, but amazing stuff, and that really, really makes me feel good about the decision I made when I shared DS Domination with people. So going forward from that, guys, at this point where I'm at right now, I think on the product side, I believe we did, I can't really remember off the top of my head, but I remember in January we had our first 5-figure month selling on Amazon, and we did, multiple thousands on eBay prior to that. So we proved that that part of the process worked. And combined overall, I think we are at 150 something $1,000 total, according to my bookkeeping thing. $153,000 in profits in 8 months working this business. And again, I can't take all the credit for that. I can't take all the credit for that. Of course, I did some work, but without a great team, of course, that income would not even be possible. So if you're wondering whether or not you can't do this, if you are a frustrated network marketer, guys, and I'm going to tell you this, I meant to tell you this in between the stories, but, also during that transition of me getting into DS Domination, I was actually on the brink of having to go back to work, because the programs I was in, the income had went down tremendously. People had quit. And there were so many people not succeeding that, I didn't really know what else to do at that point. So I had to make a decision. Am I going to go back to work? Am I going to tell my wife, which I actually retired last year? I retired my wife last year, that she's going to have to go back to work. Am I going to have to do that, or am I going to get into this business and go to work and make something happen in 90 days? Because we got to a point to where we were actually living off our savings for a few weeks. And my wife did not know that, and she still does not know that to this day. And every time I say this, I hope she's not watching this hangout. So we were living off our savings. So I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? And I actually stepped out and went to a job site. And this is funny, we was laughing about this in Atlanta, but I went to the job site, and people really don't believe this. It was actually, ironically, this is what's so ironic about this, guys. It was actually at an Amazon warehouse. And this is before I got into DS Domination, right? It was at an Amazon warehouse, and I went in there. I went in there, and they did the little tour or whatever. They gave me the little vests that you wear like you want on construction sites with the helmets. And I thought about it. I'm like, why should I do this? Because I wasn't making anything. I wasn't going to be making anything but like $9 an hour. So I did the math. If I work this 40 hours a week, or even if I go over, I'm only going to make anywhere from like $360 a week. That's not going to take care of a family of 4, number one. So my wife is going to have to go to work. So I'm better off, even if I make, a couple sales a day or do this a day, I can still exceed that income or meet that income versus me going to clock in and not really have time to, build my fortune versus make a living on a job. So from that point, I actually walked off the job. 30 minutes, didn't even start, drove off the parking lot, took off the helmet and the vest and threw it in the grass and just kind of sped off before somebody saw me. It was ridiculous. And then all of a sudden DSD came about, and like I said, I had no choice. And some of you all are in this position now. I had no choice but to make it work. Either I was gonna make it work, or me and my wife was gonna have to go back to work, and that was not gonna be a pretty thing. And I'm not knocking jobs at all, but you have to do whatever you have to do to provide for your family. Let me give that disclaimer. If you have to work a job and do all that, that's fine and dandy. But looking at this from this perspective, if you say someone is retired, and especially if you're on the internet and you make this huge announcement that you retire your spouse and then you have to go back to work, that's not good. So I had no choice but to make it work, and we went to work, and like I said, 8 months later, we're free. We're almost debt free. We don't really have much debt at all. And this company, again, is not only doing this for us, but it's doing it for so many people in this company. And for so long, it's only been this company is doing it for us while the entire team is broke, and that does not feel good. But for the first time ever, and I'm not trying to hype you all up on anything like that, but for the first time ever, there's people making money. People making money, people are seeing progress, and it's something that you definitely want to be a part of. So again, if you are ready to get started here tonight, go ahead and click the green button below this video. Make sure that whomever invited you to this hangout, that they get credit. So make sure you see their name before you fill out the application and click submit. because again, you get the same support, the same tools, the same resources when you decide to collaborate with anyone within the unit of prosperity, the #1 team in DS Domination. So that's enough about me. We're gonna move on to, let me see, we're gonna bring Josh up last because I like him to talk about the tools a little bit. But we're gonna get Sean. I hope I said your name right. Did I say your name right? Okay, we're gonna bring Sean up and I'll tell the world a little bit about yourself.
All right. Hi, guys. My name's Sha'an, and I am a single mom, and I actually recently, I can't even say, it's so funny. I started going to school, but I keep calling school work, but by accident, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going to work tomorrow. I mean school, because I was actually able to fire my boss and go back to school full time thanks to DS Domination money. I worked the eBay side. I also worked the affiliate side, and it's making me enough money to not work for anybody else, and I really like it. It's an amazing program. And yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, and you know, it's a lot of military people here. I'm a Marine, so we got Navy, Marine Corps, and Army representing right now on the panel. That's awesome. So we just need somebody from the Air Force to round it out. But yeah, I just want to say that I mean, everybody kind of said it all. I guess I can take a little bit from what each other panel member has said. I feel the exact same way. You know, I didn't have high expectations either. I actually didn't have too many because I'm new to network marketing, internet marketing, whatever. I had joined one prior business 3 months before that, but why I said I didn't have any experience was because it didn't do anything for me. I didn't make any money. It actually took a lot of my money, and I didn't really learn anything because the company that I joined kept asking me to spend money to learn how to do the business. So it didn't really benefit me at all. I was like, I started this because I wanted to supplement my income because I was in sales before. I used to sell cars, and everybody knows how the East Coast winter was. We had a horrible winter, so nobody was buying cars, and when you depend on killing what you eat to survive, it gets tough when there's no game. You know, so I started looking online to supplement what I wasn't getting, I guess you could say, and I found DS Domination, and I'm so grateful for the business, but not just the business itself. The business model is pretty simple, but I want to let people know that it's not a miracle. It doesn't substitute your own work ethic, okay? Just because it's simple and you can see money quickly, you see results quickly, doesn't mean that it's a miracle thing. You still have to work the business and not be discouraged. You still have to put in effort. You have to watch the training and follow the training. As Robert said, if you try to go off and do your own thing, it's not going to work. You have to put the time in at least to get listings up. But other than that, you really, I call it my set it and forget it and then collected money, because I set my listings on eBay. I don't think about them after that, and then they just start selling. The cash register sound on my phone is just going. I collect the money. I hit relist and do it again. So you know, you might not make a sale in 24 hours. It might take you a couple of days. It might take you a couple of weeks. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. In our group alone, we have over 9,000 people. So for these over 9,000 people, it works. And then that's not even counting all the other members of DS Domination as a whole. And if you are you're fortunate enough to be on this hangout, then as Keisha Bass always says, somebody really loves you, somebody cares about you, because our team is the best team in the company. What we offer, you don't get on other teams in DS Domination. So if you were on the fence about joining DS Domination, you need to just click the green button now, join up under our team, because you're going to get invaluable resources that are worth way more than that $19.95. And I just also want to say, and I don't want to take too much time, but DSD is helping me get my life back. Something that I'm always on these hangouts, but something I never told you guys before. I used to work, after I got out of the Marine Corps, I worked for a government contractor for a few years, and I was making almost $100,000 a year. And I was living life like vacationing all the time, doing things with my son. My son had a passport since he was like 5 years old. I took him all around the world, and a lot of things changed. And DSD has given me my life back plus more freedom of time. So now I'm getting that income back, but I'm not at work all the time. So I love that I get to spend time with him more and still make that money and get to live the life I want to live. So that's it.
Awesome. Well, you took all of my questions and you just answered them before I can answer. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make up one more. Okay, so how does it feel? How did it feel when you were able to quit your job because of DS Domination?
It was, it was bittersweet because I actually liked the people I worked with. And this was the first job that I had where I really loved my coworkers. So when I told my manager, I was like, I'm about to start school. He's like, so does that mean you're not coming to work on Monday? And he was like, actually, it's so funny because he was asking me about the business because he's also one of my Facebook friends. And he goes, you're making enough money to quit? He's like, you got to sign me up, And he didn't join yet. And if you're watching, you better sign up. But it felt good. It's still a little scary because I've never been self-employed. So there's a lot of things I'm still learning. But it feels really good. Saturday, selling cars, I've never had a Saturday off. I haven't had a Saturday and Sunday off. I mean, a whole weekend off in almost 2 years. Because before I sold cars, I used to work on cruise ships. So I haven't had 2 days off in a row in like 2 years. And it was like, I was just laying in my bed like, wow, I'm home. It's Saturday. Like, this is so cool. So I really liked it.
Awesome, awesome. And how does it feel to have your time back? Because I know selling cars, I actually attempted to do that, and I suck at selling cars, by the way. So I kudos to you for that. But typically they have you working long hours, like 11, 12 hours, or 10 to 12 hour shifts.
Well,
So how does it feel to now have your time back, especially with you being a single mom and your son? I mean, how has that affected your household?
It's affected positively. The good thing is I was selling Mercedes, so our schedule was a little bit better, but I have sold Chevys, and that was ridiculous. It was bell to bell, 12, 13-hour days. But selling a Mercedes, it could be long. I didn't usually leave when I was supposed to. I will say that I usually left later than I was supposed to. So getting my time back that's something you can't really explain, or it's tough to put into words until you do it. Like I quit 2 weeks ago, and it's still setting in that I don't work for anybody but myself. It really is still setting in, and I don't rush now. Like I always would rush, and I'm staying up till 3 in the morning and all that kind of stuff because I really wanted to get DSD off the ground. I could see the potential that it had. And I knew it could get me free from those, what I like to call like that chain of that JOB. But it's like that reality is really hitting me, and I'm telling you, it feels darn good. You know how black women clap? It feels good.
Awesome, awesome. And I think you probably mentioned this, but I want to bring it up again just in case you didn't. How much experience do you have in the home-based business? Are you this secret agent guru person that just came in and brought a gang load of people with you, and all of a sudden was able to quit your job? I mean, can you tell everybody about that? I mean, what's your experience?
I really didn't have much experience. I joined in December. It's almost been 4 months. It'll be 4 months, April 19th. And no, I didn't have anybody. I just had my excitement and my enthusiasm. And then, I can follow directions. So I put the stuff up on eBay, and it sold. So I was able to make some profits there. And I just share it with people because I was genuinely excited, and I didn't have to lie to people, because the other one I was in, you kind of have to tell a little white lie when you say, oh, you don't have to recruit people, just whatever, and you actually do in order to make money. But with DS Domination, it's your choice, and I love having choice. Like, I can choose not to put another stat on my Facebook wall. I could choose not to tell anybody else about DS Domination, which I wouldn't, because I know so many people who could benefit from this program. I know people who were hiding their car from the repo man that now have money in their bank account. And I try to get my team members on. I don't know why, but a lot of my team members are shy. Not Bruce, he's on my team. But I want them to tell their stories. I guess I have to tell it for them. But now they don't have to do that. And I feel so blessed that I was the person, like I was a tool for them, you know, a tool or that mouthpiece to bring that word to them, to open this door. And some people gave their last $20, but it's benefited them. Now they're making so much more. So no, I'm not a guru by any stretch of the word. I think if there was any advantage I had, I wasn't afraid to talk to people about it. So.
All right. Well, thank you for jumping out. We love having you on here. We appreciate your story and your excitement.
Thanks, Rachel.
Thank you. Thank you. We of course, we're going to bring you back probably next week. No, I'm kidding. Okay, awesome. Thank you for jumping out. All right. So next, we're going to bring up out of the Michigan area. I was going to say Motor City, but she don't live in Detroit. But but out of Michigan, we're going to bring up Miss Wendy. So go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody and tell people a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Wendy from Michigan. I'm just going to leave it like that. I am a former business owner of a boutique. I closed it down right after Christmas. I've been in DS Domination for a month and 3 weeks. Loving it, really excited about it. Mr. Excitement is a longtime friend of mine, and he introduced it to me.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So what have your experience been like previously, and how would you rate those past experience to the ones you have now with DS Domination?
Oh, past companies that we have been in is nothing like this. I'm so excited that I do not have to recruit. It's not based on having business partners to make money like other companies. If you don't have business partners that's doing the work that you're doing or even harder than you, I mean, it's just that simple. The money is not there. With DS Domination, I followed the steps like Carrie told me to. I just watched them over and over and over. The first time I placed an item up, that evening my phone cha-ching, and I didn't even know what it was. Me and my daughter was in at the table, and my phone made this crazy noise. And my daughter is 17. We like jumped up from the table, and we was like, we made some money. We made some money. What they buy? So we was like guessing before we even looked to see what it was. And to have that happen as soon as you get into a company without having a business partner, you know, it's totally amazing how you can really make money every day, all day, and in your sleep, and wake up to money without having business partners. Is totally awesome. It's amazing.
Awesome, awesome. I'm going to come back to you here in a sec, but guys, if you're watching this and you want to go ahead and get started again, go ahead and click the link below, the Join Now button. It should be green to the left. And go ahead and get started. You can actually get started while you're watching the Hangout. It should open up in a new window. You can fill out the application to get in, and we will welcome you aboard and get you plugged into our team and our community. Now, back to you. Now, how would you rate the community that we have here with the Unit of Prosperity?
The number is not high enough. It's just that simple. The support that you get, the support that we have, the opportunities that's there for you if you need help is you can't explain it. It's just that simple. It's unexplainable.
Okay. As you can see, she lost words, guys. So it's it's not explainable. But thank you for jumping out. We appreciate you being on, and we're looking forward to your success, which you're already having some, but we're looking forward to greater success, which I'm certain is coming your way. So thank you for jumping out.
And thank you.
All right, so we're gonna go back to Jay because Jay didn't actually tell his story, and then we're gonna go to Josh to close it out. So Jay, you know the routine. I'm not even gonna ask the question for you. So go ahead and tell us
Well,
about yourself, bro.
I don't have some exciting story. No, yes, I do. It's very exciting. I like a couple members on the panel. I'm a former Navy vet. I was in the Navy for 4 years. How you doing, shipmate? I meant to hit you up, but I'll catch you later. Um, got out the military and worked at a corporate job for almost 13 years. And then I decided that was not what I wanted to do anymore. So I ventured out and started my own business like Bruce. And I've been working my business ever since. And that's enabled me to, provide for my family. And when I found DS Domination, I actually was looking for something for my wife to do because she's a stay-at-home mom and she wanted to contribute to the household. And so I told her, hey, why don't you try selling on eBay? And she was like, well, how do I sell on eBay? And I'm like, I don't know. All I ever sold was a phone. So I looked the program up. I actually found my sponsor, John McKinney, who's under you. I found him on YouTube, and I decided, hey, $20, that's nothing. Went ahead and signed up, but then I gave her the access to the program, but she didn't look at it, didn't look at the training, didn't do anything. She was like, well, I want you to do it to make sure that it's something that I want to do. And I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? So I went ahead, looked at the training videos, and I'm like, wow, this Roger Cat has some sense. When I thought about it from the aspect of marketing, because I'm a marketing consultant, and he really, the way he presented the training was really good and really well laid out, and it was simplistic enough for anybody to figure out. So I went ahead and I said, you know what, I got an eBay account. Let me go ahead and try this training, throw some stuff up. I didn't get sales right away. I was about 3 weeks into my membership, but when I got that first sale, it was exciting, man, because you hear that cha-ching on the phone. It's like everybody waits for that first cha-ching. That cha-ching, man, is something about that sound that just solidifies everything. It was like, okay, that cha-ching, all right, $20 was worth it just to hear that sound when you can just pull it up on your phone and do it by yourself. But I don't know, man, it's that sound. That sound does it for me, man. And when I heard it the first time and we were all, jumping around, my wife was like, well, what you said? Well, I want to do it too. I'm like, really? I bought this for you a month ago. But we really took hold of this, man. Like I've stopped doing stuff in my business to do stuff for DS Domination, man, because it's fun. I love hanging out with you all, being in a group, that team. Like, I'm in my business by myself. With DS Domination, I have an entire team of people that I get to work with and talk to and bounce ideas off of, and we all support each other and we grow our businesses together. We're not trading items or nothing like that, but if you figure out something, somebody's going to be able to give you advice and all kind of stuff that we get from being in this group. So for me, it was great, man. Like, I had a phenomenal December. January kind of slowed down for me because I wasn't listing a lot, but then it picked back up, and it's just been, we grow our income every month, with working, like I do Amazon now too. So it's just crazy for me, and I'm starting to get in on the affiliate side as well. That income has pretty much doubled every month, and I love this program. For $20, that was like one of the greatest investments I ever made, man. I spent tens of thousands of dollars in my business, and I didn't get that quick of a return, man. I spent $20 and I made what I made like 3 grand in December, which was the first month I actually did something. Sorry about that. In December, which was the first month that I actually really pushed hard, and I had like almost $6,000 in sales and like 2,600 in profit. And I mean, it's just been pushing on and on and on from there. And then when you introduce Amazon into the picture, it's just lights out. There's
Okay.
nothing. It's done.
So what was the most you've made in a day in profit? Because go ahead. I'm not even. I'm gonna say this after you say what did you feel to say, bro?
In profit one day, I did 880. I was trying to get to 1,000, but my biggest, well, does that include Amazon or just eBay?
You can include both of them if you want.
I guess at this point I've done 1,200 in a day now. When you include Amazon and eBay, I've done 1,200 in a day.
Okay, and 880 on eBay, right?
Yep, I did 880 in one day on eBay, and that's back when I was still at you know, smaller levels.
Okay, and he's not talking about $8.80. Let's clear that up.
Yeah, $880 in profit, and that's not including, you know, we have some other little perks that we get that you learn when you're in the program. But that was just straight away profit, and then I got some more money later on after the fact.
Okay, so did you have to recruit? Because again, there's some spectators out there, or people that may be speculating, or people that are skeptical about this, that think, and I can kind of understand to a certain degree, but not completely, because some people have been through a lot of programs and they've heard a lot of hype and fluff, and as you can tell, this is not that type of atmosphere with us, but they've been through a lot of that, and they don't honestly believe that you can make that type of money without recruiting in a home business. So did you have to recruit anybody to make $880 on eBay and 1,200, and I forgot how much you said combined with eBay and Amazon?
Not a lick. I actually didn't recruit not one person for almost 3 months, and I had made over $3,000 by the time I even bothered to recruit people, because I had to make sure that this was a legitimate program. This was something that I wanted to share with my family and friends, and now I share with strangers. You know, I share with anybody now, but you know, I was a very big stickler on not doing like affiliate stuff, and like this program has changed my whole aspect in that manner because of the people that I'm around and the program itself, because it works. There's no holes in this thing. This thing is straight up and down. This is the program. That's it.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you jumping out, bro. And again, it's always a pleasure to have you, and great to have you. And before we wrap it up, because I didn't even speak to nobody on here, you know, how's everybody doing tonight? Even though the hangout's almost over, hopefully, but hopefully everyone is doing good. And for you all that are watching, hopefully you all are doing well as well. And I'm sure a lot of you all have come here looking for a way out of the rat race, or a way out of your current situation. And you have to really prove to yourself the seriousness that you have for changing the quality of your life. And how you're going to do that tonight is by clicking that green button below the video and get started. It's only a $20 decision that you're making here. And as you can see from the testimonials that you've heard tonight that have come forth, that spending $20 could change the quality of your life tremendously. And again, we're not guaranteeing any type of results. Again, this is not typical. You do have to do the work, but you see through doing the work what the reward can be, you know, based on the testimonials that you've heard tonight. So with that being said, we're going to bring up the last person, Josh Jacobs, and I have some very great questions for you, because while we're here, some people was texting me in chat, and I'll get to those in a second. But before we get to that, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
All right, thanks for bringing me out, Reggie. My name is Josh Jacobs. I am 22 and retired already. I got into this business about, I don't know actually, I lost track, but I think I started really taking it serious around November 1st of 2013, and since then I've just been growing and putting in the time. I am also a full-time college student, so this is kind of a part-time thing for me. But I don't do anything else. I don't have another job or anything like that. So on a part-time basis, I've been growing my business, and it's been what any good business does. It's been increasing every single month, and I think in March last month I did about $12,000 in profit, so I crossed that five-figure a month level, and it's just, I mean, honestly, I joined this business, like I think Jen was saying before, I wasn't expecting much out of a $20 program. I was looking to make, 1,000 a month maybe, or 2,000 a month. I mean, for a college kid, that's a lot of money, and that's all I really needed to make to feel comfortable. But obviously it's gone much better than that, and I couldn't be happier. And I'm just continuing to grow and taking advice from all the other leadership council and team members. And here's the best part about it, though, is that I've been in the industry for a little while also. No real big successes. I've had a little bit of success, but nothing like this. And like you were saying, Reggie, nobody that I've ever brought into a program ever made any money. Ever. And now I'm on a team. I have a team where I've already had a handful of people on my team make over $10,000. I have people doing consistently $500 a week. Just people making, even if it's just a little bit of money, even if it's just a few $100 a week, like Reggie was saying. I mean, if you're working minimum wage for 40 hours a week, that's still only a few $100 a week. Whereas you could do that in, an hour or two a day from home. And again, your results may vary. I can't guarantee you're going to get any results. But again, if you just put in the work, I have people who, I see them. They put in the work and they get the results. I put in the work, I get the results. Every single person up here on this panel tonight puts in the work, and they have gotten the results. So, I encourage you to, first of all, obviously click the Join Our Team button. But secondly, don't get in the program and then just sit and do nothing like a lot of people unfortunately do. Get in there and just take action immediately. Make it a goal to put up your first 3 listings tonight. And who knows, maybe one of them will sell tomorrow. You never know. I mean, yeah, there's some people that it takes 24 hours. There's some people it takes 3 weeks. But the point is, as everybody has been saying tonight, is that, we have a proven business model and it works. No matter which side of the business you want to work, if you want to work both sides of the business, both of them work, and both of them can produce incomes that are just, better than any type of job. And more importantly, the time that you get is just, there's nothing that beats it. There's nothing that beats being able to stay at home. Like Jay was saying, I mean, I'm going on vacation. I've got 4 vacations lined up for the next 2 months already. And I could just make money on vacation. I mean, it's just really, really awesome. And I'm just so grateful to be involved in this program. So thank you all, and that's me.
Oh, we're not done with you yet, buddy. I got a question for you. So you made $12,000 last month, and you're only 21 years old, correct?
I just turned 22.
Oh, 22. Yeah, you did have a birthday. Okay. Happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
All right. And you just turned 22. Well, you made the 12,000 when you were 21, then.
Yeah, I turned 21 at the end of March, so I made the 12,000 when I was 21.
Okay, cool. So 21-year-old kid still in college. So how are you able? Because someone asked me this question because when Robert was talking, because he's in college as well. So you're doing 5 figures, of course, and you're making probably more than some doctor. Okay, low end doctor right now. So how are you able to balance school and your business and be able to produce that type of income?
Well, here's the thing with this business is that, depending on which side of the business you're working and depending on, what we teach in the UOP, there's a lot of ways that you can, there's a lot of things that you can automate. And a lot of the things that I do to generate my income are automated. I mean, the majority of my time is spent, answering questions for people or answering questions about products I have listed. That's where the majority of my time is spent. It's not spent out there marketing or, talking to people constantly or, posting on Facebook constantly. I mean, I have all, systems in place to automate everything, which of course is what our unit of prosperity system is for, which I'll talk about more in a second. But the main thing is that I automate a lot of the stuff I do, so I don't have to spend. I mean, if I were to give you an estimate, I'd probably spend maybe an hour a day actually like producing content, maybe 2 hours a day. So, if you calculate how much money I make on an hourly basis, I mean, it's pretty unbelievable. But that's how I balance everything. I automate everything that I do.
That's awesome, man. And you've actually been traveling. I mean, I know you got to have some set up, but you actually have already traveled several times to different places, man. And I mean, how does that feel to, be 22 years old and be at it? You're basically right now in the top 1% of America right now with your income. So how does that feel?
I mean, it feels good, I got this smile on my face, but, I'm staying humble. I mean, I'm not spending money stupidly. I'm being smart. I'm actually, to be honest with you, I've been a big investing guy since I turned 18. I, always have been dabbling in the stock market and real estate. So, one of my goals with all the money that I'm making from DS Domination is actually just expand my investments and start investing in other things that, again, produce more residual cash flow. So, that's, again, I mean, there's nothing that I can do that would make me this much money this young, because the problem is that a lot of people get jobs right out of college and then they do that for 10 years or whatever, and by that point, I don't want to say it's too late, but it's almost too late for a lot of people to, start something completely brand new or start building, an investment portfolio or something like that. So one of my goals is, by the time I'm 25, I want to have, 3 or 4 completely different industries. Obviously, I love this industry. I will stay in it forever, but I want to have real estate properties. I want to have, stocks. I want to have all these different things, and that's truly what I believe DS Domination is going to help me do and is already helping me do.
Awesome. And did you all hear that? And I'm glad you said that. I mean, he's talking about building passive income in stocks, real estate, and other asset income, which not many 22-year-olds even thinking like that, or thinking about retirement or thinking about building, investing into stocks and so on and so forth. So that's absolutely amazing, man. And I really commend you for your wisdom at such a young age, So how did you get there? Did you mature quick? I mean, how did you become so wise at a young age, man?
I mean, I think the main issue was that, in high school I wasn't like this. I mean, I wasn't the best kid in high school, and once I turned 18, I kind of had that mindset flip that a lot of people have when they go, and I had it early. I mean, a lot of people go through it later in life, but I had that mindset switch when I turned 18 that, hey, I need to stop playing around. I want to take all the energy that I put into whatever I'm doing and turn it into positive energy. And I've always had that personality of a leader, of somebody who's determined and who just sets their mind to something and goes and does it. And when I turned 18, that's exactly what I did. I went and learned, all about stock trading. By age 19, I had an investor who gave me 150 grand to trade stocks with. I mean, that was another point in my life where I was like just in shock. But I set my mind to something, and if I see that it's going to work, I'm going to put everything that I can into it, and that's what I've done with DS Domination. I knew from the beginning that it would work. I've been selling on eBay since I was 15 years old. I know it's a proven business model. I know anybody, regardless of education or background, can make money with it, and being an affiliate marketer, I knew that it was going to be a gold mine for not just me, but, a ton of other people, so I ran with it.
Awesome.
I don't even remember the question you asked me, but...
Yeah, you actually answered it, and you gave a little bit more extra, so we'll appreciate that. All right. So, awesome. It was a pleasure having you on here tonight, man. And of course, in Vegas, we're gonna have to talk about stocks because that's something I definitely want to get into. So we're going to be talking stocks and whatever else you can give in Vegas. But with that being said, guys, that concludes the hangout tonight. We want to again thank you for coming out. The first thing you should do again is thank the person that invited you to this amazing hangout to hear about this amazing opportunity that could change the quality of your life. So with that being said, it's only one thing left for you to do, and that's to go ahead and get started. Click the green button below. Again, it's only $20. We blow $20 every week, and I'm going to put it on Bruce because he's holding up that $20 bill right there. All right, and again, we spend it recklessly sometime every week or every day on things that's not going to be profitable for us or yield us any return. So why not make the decision tonight to invest in yourself? Start building your fortune, because the reality is, as long as you're working for someone else, you will never basically make more money than that someone else. More than likely, a lot of you all are going to be working for the rest of your life if you keep going down the same path you're on. So if you don't do something today to change the quality of your life, if you don't make time today to change the quality of your life, where are you going to be the next 5 years from now? That's a decision. I mean, that's a question that you should really ask yourself. And sometimes you have to do that self-examination and look at your life where you are right now and determine whether or not is this where you really want to be. And today we're giving you a vehicle to get out of the situation that you don't want to be in today. And again, it's only $20. Click the link below to get started. With that being said, we're going to wrap this up. Tomorrow we have a Millionaire Mindset call at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can get that information from the individual who invited you to this hangout. So without further ado, we're going to wrap it up. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care. God bless you.